Hello everybody and welcome back. This is the 8th ride, which was done on Sunday. Today is now Monday. I promised in my day in my life that I would do this as a separate video, so that if anybody wanted to see just the riding, then they had the opportunity to just watch the riding. So I decided to try bareback because yesterday was freezing. I did not want to be out there and she didn't really want to work. So I was like, alright, let me just try and go bareback. Obviously, I'm not naive enough to just get on bareback because that was her only her 8th ride. So I'm not just going to jump straight on. I'm going to kind of go back and refresh her because remember a week or so ago, this is what I was asking her to do, was I would jump halfway over her and ask her to move to get used to my weight bouncing around up there. And so she does move off a few times, which I'm not going to correct her for. I'm going to allow it just because this is what, this is what she remembers. The last time I did this particular thing, this is what she remembers, me asking her to move. So I'm not going to be harsh and correct her and tell her what a bad pony she is. I was surprised with how she did because I was literally shivering and I've never fully climbed up on her like this, Normally I put my foot up in the stirrup, pull myself up, and swing myself over. I'm not kind of laying all over her. So with me literally shivering, I wasn't really sure how she would respond to that, being able to feel my whole body just shake all over her. And she did really well. And there was also some deer and turkey off in the distance, so I was really proud with how she did today. She was going to get the day off. It's Monday, because it was supposed to rain and snow, but it looks like I might be able to ride her. I'm not sure yet. I might just give her the day off anyway. So, with this ride, I pretty much did just a cruising lesson. I did change directions here and there just to make sure we did go both ways. But pretty much, if you don't know what a cruising lesson is, you give them the rein and you don't steer, you just pick the speed, which I used to do that all the time with Rose and Skyla. I just didn't know there was an actual term for it. I thought it was just me allowing them to pick their direction. So you pretty much ask them to go a certain speed and keep that speed until you ask them to slow down or speed up. If they go out of that speed, too fast or too slow, you just push them back into the speed that you wanted and ask them to maintain that speed. So I did some flexing and I'm actually really surprised. She backs up very nicely, as you guys will get to see, bareback, which I'm really shocked with. But you know what? She's getting there. We're getting better. And we're getting to the point where I'm hoping to start teaching neck reining and how to teach them to yield off your leg. So if you guys are interested in demonstration videos like that or more in-depth videos, comment down below. So here, just stopping her and asking her to back. And at this point, she's a little stiff, but she does back. Here in a little bit, I'll ask her to back again, and it'll be much nicer. She does the obvious tail switch. Honestly, she just does that when she's being kind of pushed to do something she doesn't want to do. So like I said before, she wasn't really wanting to move. It was just a very, very cold day. I can't blame her. And my legs are swinging a lot. I haven't ridden bareback in a long, long time. So keeping your balance, it's hard to do when you haven't done it in a while. So I just allow her to walk around and, I give her enough rein where I'm not pulling on her, but I still keep enough rein to where if something were to happen, I can pull her head in. And I know some people are going to say, oh, you're paranoid. Well, unless you're the one on the back of a young colt in icy, hard ground conditions, well, then, you can see here, she's got enough rein to go forward, but also enough rein that if something happens, I can hopefully control the situation as much as I can. With colts, I think some people just get comfortable, and then when something goes wrong, they blame the horse. Well, I don't know. I just kind of like to, until I can do all 3 gaits and know that I can shut down the horse, I kind of keep my reins a little bit tighter. And obviously you can see the conditions of the ground. There's no way I could canter her safely or even trot her at this point, at this day, safely, where we're not going to slip and fall. So when I get her to canter and get her more comfortable in the canter, she'll have the whole rein, and I'll only use it when I need to. But as for now, we haven't cantered, and if she spooks off in a canter, and then something happens and she's not used to being in the canter, you know, I just want to make sure I can shut her down. So everybody's got a different opinion on it. That was a really nice stop right there, and this is a really, really nice backup. She didn't fight as much as she normally does. And ask her to go the other way. Like I said before, it's mostly cruising, but there is some change of direction just to make sure we're not just going one constant way. And if you can tell from the background, there's a lot of wind. So this is the full ride. I didn't do a very long ride. As I said, I was cold. But she walks so slow that, I don't know. She's very slow. So it takes longer, it feels like. I'm still really proud of her though. Like, honestly, if you guys remember when I first got on Boog bareback, he dumped me on my butt. So I'm happy she didn't do that. She's allowing me to move and pet when she's moving. You can see there the stop I had to really pick up. So that's another reason my reins are a little bit tighter. And here's her backup that I love. She's got that nice head arc. She's using her back. She's trying to figure it out, but she's not pulling a lot. So I'm really happy with that. But as you can see with the stop, you know, I don't have full, complete control yet. So that's kind of why I keep my reins a little bit tighter. I have to really sit back and pull sometimes. Most of the time I could just say, whoa. Now here I tried to get her to walk sideways to the block. Or not, excuse me. To walk right up to the block. And she wouldn't do it. So I just decided, alright, I'll flex her and get off. But then she moved there, and here you can see her back legs are spread. Oh, I'm not going to jump off her when her legs are spread because it's going to throw her off balance. So I just push her over till she's balanced, and then I get off, rub all over her, make sure she's good. And then that's the end of the ride. I hope you guys enjoyed her 8th ride.